Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading, looking at the end of 2024 and into 2025. Seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are always welcome. So, all right, let's dive in. In the past, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Three of Wands in reverse. Feels like it's hard to get anything off the ground. It's hard to make anything happen in the past because there was a foundation of deception in your life. Maybe you were lying to yourself, not willing to see some things. And so your willingness to have a blind eye, to maybe ignore some painful truths. There's something about your not wanting to see the truth about a situation, and you're maybe lying to yourself, deceiving yourself, is creating an environment where there's a lot of deceptive people around you, taking advantage of your blind eye. I get the feeling that you were raised to not see truths, not to see uncomfortable truths. It looks like at this time in the past that you're learning how to work with your emotions. Feels like people have taken advantage of unhealed emotions. It feels like you're realizing in the past that something isn't right. There's a stuckness to this energy. Can't move past this. So it looks like you're healing your emotions. You're learning how to work with your emotions so you're not so easily triggered or reactive. What else is going on with, thank you. Looks like you're also figuring out what you want. What are you interested in? Feels like the environment that was deceptive, where you're hiding some truths from yourself, is keeping you stuck. So it feels like you're working on you, working on healing your emotions, working on understanding your emotions, figuring out what makes you tick. What are you interested in? What do you desire? It also feels like you're feeling more like yourself, whatever that is. And realizing the more you heal your emotions and figure out what you want, I think you're recognizing that the environment you're in is not for you. It's almost like, oh, I see why. Feels like you might have had a blind eye towards the people around you, ignored a lot of toxic behaviors, things like that. And when you finally allowed yourself to see that, when you started healing your emotions, healing from traumas, healing that neediness, there's a recognition, oh, these people are just not for me. Feels upsetting, to realize the truth that these people are not for me. I'm in the wrong environment. It looks like leaving an environment, leaving a whole, this sounds small, but it feels like you had a belief system that these were your people, this was your environment, this is where I'm going to be maybe for the rest of your life, and then to see the truth and heal and realize, oh, these aren't my people. That's why things were so stuck. All right, Sagittarius, in this current energy, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. It feels like there's something that was disappointing in the past, but you're giving it another shot or another look. With the Moon in reverse and Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like it's something that you're passing on, an opportunity that either you passed on in the past, and now you're taking another look at it. Something was hidden about this opportunity that's coming to light. Feels like with the Four of Cups, feels like there's four different elements, or there's different separate elements, and if you mix them together, maybe in the past when you tried to mix something together, it didn't work. And so it feels like what I'm getting is, try it again, Sagittarius. There might have been a timing issue in the past with whatever this is. Oh, geez. Okay. Holy cow. Okay. There's a defensive energy here. It feels like you're very guarded against someone, an energy of a person or people who are determined to be unhappy, who are determined to see things in the negative, very unhappy people. What's interesting is it feels like whoever these unhappy person are that you're guarded against in this current energy, it's almost like they are determined to convince you to be unhappy as well. They're trying to create the same imbalanced thinking that they have. So someone, Sagittarius, is very unhappy with their life, with their experience. There's a lot of emotions here, a lot of lunacy, and they're trying to push their agenda, their narrative, how they're seeing things. It's almost like you are doing okay, doing well, taking another look at something, figuring out, it feels like you're recovering after something that was disappointing, and now you're around someone who is trying to convince you that you need to be unhappy, that you should be unhappy, that you should see things the way they see things and be unhappy too. This is definitely someone with a belief system that's it feels extremist, and it feels like instead of just having their own belief system, it's a belief system that everybody has to be on the same page. You're not allowed to have your own perspective. You need to all agree and see things the same. Jeez. Ten of Swords, it feels like there's a lot of communication that's just painful. My way or the highway type of thinking. All right, let's look at what's hidden, Sagittarius. Whew. Okay, Three of Swords, more painful betrayal. What's going on? It feels like, yes, within a group, Three of Cups, Ace of Wands. It feels like you're recognizing who are your people and who are not your people. And people who are demanding that you see things from their perspective, from their point of view. You have to see things. It's so crazy making. It feels like the people in this environment, there's no freedom of perspective, of different point of views, of communication to understand. There's just a lot of fear and control. That's what this is. People trying to control beliefs. Everybody has to be homogenous. Everybody has to have the same exact point of view, or you go after the person with the different point of view, the different perspective. I think in what's hidden, what you're recognizing is, who do you want to be a part of that environment? It feels like you're with the Ace of Wands, you're having a realization that you want people around you who celebrate you, who get you, who you enjoy being around, not people that you have to tolerate, who push agendas, who create a lot of injustices. We've got the Justice in reverse, Ten of Swords. It's a lot of God, there's just a inflexibility, rigid thinking, my way or the highway. And it looks like this comes from childhood trauma. This feels like family, or the people are enacting that family dynamic that we all have to see things the same way. Someone's setting the energy, setting the belief system, and everybody else has to agree. And if you see things from a different perspective, if you, God forbid, dissent or see things from a different way, it doesn't work. It feels like whoever dares to be different, unique, authentic, just doesn't fit. There's something here about choosing the environment that you prefer to be in, choosing to be around people who care about you, where you receive and feel loved and cared about, versus choosing to be in environments with people that don't care about you, that treat you cruelly. There's something here about choosing yourself. So, all right, Sagittarius, moving on. We've got in the outcome and advice, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Healing. This feels like making your way through on the other side of the five. There's some grieving process that it feels like you're ending. The 5 stages of grief. Maybe lovers. Maybe you're finally at acceptance of who these people are and not trying to change them, but also not having to pretend, not having to be a part, not having to put yourself in environments where you're treated in unjust and cruel ways. It's almost like you're choosing yourself. Feels like once you're honest with yourself, which is where we began, maybe lying to yourself for a long time, And it feels like the more honest you are with yourself and with the people around you, that leads to finding people who are supportive and loving of you. So, Sagittarius, looking at this overall reading, is in the past, the unhappiness and the things not moving was related to not willing to see the truth of the situation, of yourself, of the people around you. And it looks like as you've healed, you've recognized in more deep and profound ways what environments and what people are not for you. And it looks like maybe in 2024 you've done a lot of separating, a lot of realizing. And it looks like in 2025 you're more you, more aligned with you, going after what you desire. And it feels like there's a new story coming out, if you'll let it. A new story about people support me. People love coming out of the woodwork to care about me and love me and support me. And people celebrate me. People love working with me. They want to collaborate with me. It feels like those are the belief systems that would help you create a new story, to have new experiences. It feels like, as I'm looking at this, there are friends, groups, the more authentic you allow yourself to be. And with the Lovers coming in, it looks like if you allow the old story to die away and stop expending any time and energy, even in your thoughts, it feels like, then there's a lot of healing. Wow. Holy cow. There's a lot of healing of your heart space. It looks like you're attracting people who want to put in the work, who want to build with you. The more you allow yourself to be yourself, the more people can find you, because you're resonating at your authentic frequency. There's something about bringing in the energy of truth that helps you move on, move forward, move in frequencies that are extraordinary. There's some emotional disappointment. It feels like in 2025 there's processing almost. It feels like regret and disappointment that things didn't turn out the way you expected. Feels like it would be very helpful to accept. Maybe you're at that last little, the 5 stages of grief, accepting the past, accepting that things couldn't have been any different. And there's a lot of blessings coming in as you rework things and speak your truth and allow yourself to show up as yourself. Maybe for some of you, for the first time ever, really just, who am I? Instead of showing up in a way that you feel would be pleasing to the people around you, showing up as yourself. So, wow. All right, Sagittarius, that's your reading. I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful rest of your year and an amazing 2025.